Alright y'all, look, in today's video, you're gonna see a young lady talk about what caused her to start acting and behaving in a certain way. In a way that most men would not want to see their women behave. In a way that most men wouldn't want to see their daughters behave. And it goes to show you that these kids need love, dog, because when they don't get the love, bro, they do crazy stuff like this, man. Real talk.
When I was 14, I had a train ran on me by 3 senior boys in high school. I was 14, one was 17, another was 17, and one was 16 years old. When I was 14, I got bullied a lot, so I didn't have any friends in school, and my home life was no better than my school life. I was the black sheep of my family, and I was severely mistreated in my home, and I was left out, neglected, and bullied in school. I walked to school every day by myself with my headphones in, listening to my music, and I walked home every day by myself. I never bothered anyone. I never talked to anyone. I was a very shy child. These boys were extremely handsome and very popular in school.
Bruh.
And they also happened to have to walk every day to school, to and from. And one day, they decided to start speaking to little old me. Now you have to understand my perspective at this time. I was a nobody and nothing, both in school and in my home life. Nobody gave a damn about me.
Say, bro, I just want to stop it right here. First of all, it's starting off tragic as hell. But I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. Women are very social creatures, and when women don't have like a core group or anybody that's validating them constantly, bro, a lot of times they can turn into what you would consider a 304.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
I've seen it so many times. Like, a lot of the girl who we would call ran through and things of that nature really was kind of like the black sheep. Sometimes they didn't have a father figure, they didn't feel love, like maybe had a toxic mama. It's almost always the same thing, bro.
To the point teachers had to bring food to school, groceries for me at one point in time. And all of a sudden, the popular boys were coming up to me and talking to me while we were walking home to school together. Not only were they popular, they were attractive. All the girls wanted them. They were in ROTC, they played sports, they were light-skinned, they had the curly hair, the best fits, the flyest Jordans, and they were talking to me? With my raggedy clothes, with my hand-me-downs, with my hot waters, with my hair all over my head, with my funky armpits. I felt like I was dreaming. I couldn't believe it. Like, this could finally be my chance. I could finally have some friends. I could finally be part of the popular crowd. I could finally be in. Right? They told me that I was cool. That they wanted me to come over and play games with them. So that's what I did. One day I followed them home and walked right down the street with them to their house.
Stupid, I'm not gonna let you get the chance.
And I went inside to play Call of Duty with them. I remember their home was much different from my home life. Their mom was in the kitchen cooking, their aunts were in there, they was all chit-chatting, they offered me a plate. Their brothers and cousins were all in the room playing together. I was so amazed, I felt so welcomed, I felt so at home. I thought to myself, I never want this feeling to stop. I don't want to go back home to where I was at and get cussed out, yelled, and abused. This is amazing. I got new friends and maybe even a new family too. We played Call of Duty until the sun went down, and then his mom told me I needed to go home. As I was going home, he told me, come back. I'll sneak you in so that we can play the game some more. When it started to get dark, I obviously had to head back home. But as I was getting ready to leave, he came up to me and said, come back tonight. I'll sneak you in so we can play more of the game. 14-year-old me, who wouldn't want to play more of the game with one of the most popular boys in school? Come on now. So that's what I did. I came back. And we played the game. And then he leaned over and he touched me. And he kissed me. He told me I was pretty. In my mind, it was like someone blew my head off. The popular boy in school just told me I was pretty and kissed me.
Let me text my daughter that she's beautiful real quick, boy, because that's how I go right there. Shit, I'm not trying to laugh at this, y'all, because I understand the psychology of it, man. Like, women, little girls, teenage girls, bro, if they not getting that validation from like they daddy and they mama, and they ain't got no real friends at school, bro, that is like a wolf pack seeking out the elderly, the young, and the sick. They're easy marks. That's an easy meal. You see what I'm saying? You don't want your daughter looking like an easy lick to these dudes, man. You know what I'm saying? Dudes can sniff out a weak woman like a damn lion can sniff out a damn gazelle. You get what I'm saying? Like, for real, y'all gotta make sure y'all daughters feel loved, dog, because this be a lot of women's reason why they did what they did. I just never felt loved. Dead ass serious.
Likes me. That's what he's telling me. He likes me. Fast forward, and he's got my clothes off, and we're doing the whoop-de-woo, and I'm completely vulnerable. And as we're doing it, and he turns me over and tells me to get on my hands and knees and arch my back, I hear the door crack open. I look up in shock, gasp, thinking his mom has called us and we're about to be in so much trouble, but nope. It's his brother.
I can smell your nappy pussy.
He never stopped stroking me. As his brother walked in, I sat there in disbelief, my mind racing. Mind you, I hadn't even had sex really before this. You know, a couple of little playful things here and there, but this was really my first full time going all the way. So now I'm wondering what's going on. Why hasn't he stopped? Do I stop? Do I lay here? Do I tell him to stop? I don't really know. His brother walks in, he never stops stroking, and then he leans down and whispers in my ear, "Can my brother get a turn?" I don't really know what to say. I don't know what to do. Do I say no? Do I say yes? I mean, I should say no, right? Can your brother get a turn? I don't even know your brother, but I finally have some friends. And their family's really nice to me. I hate to mess this up. So him and his brother get a turn. But then the door cracks open again. And here comes his cousin. Ain't no fun unless we all get some, right? That's what they told to me. I'll spare you all the details of my sad sob story, but let's just say fast forward, everyone has their fun, I guess. And it's time for me to go home. And I'm confused and I'm ashamed. And I don't really have anybody I can talk to about it. I don't know what I just did, and I don't even know if I liked what I just did. Anyways, because I know this video is getting long and you guys probably don't want to hear all the details. Long story short, back then, I didn't realize that I was a victim. I didn't realize that that was a manipulation tactic. I didn't realize I was targeted. Back then, I was just ashamed. I felt like I had been a whore, a harlot. I felt disgusting. I felt like it was my fault. I felt like I should have moved smarter. And I also, in the same breath, felt like, finally, somebody loves me. Somebody wants me. Finally, I'm pretty enough. Finally, I'm good enough. And it was two confusing different feelings. And now that I'm older, I really understand what was going on. And I'm just making this video to spread awareness for the other girls that may have had the same thing happen to them or may have gone through similar things and were always too ashamed to bring it up or speak their truth. You were a victim.
Fellas, I'm gonna keep it real with y'all, man. Hey, you do some shit like that today, that's a charge, man. Real talk. Your homeboy in there punishing her, touching the back of the oven or whatever the case may be, and your goof ass call yourself just opening up the door and hope that you gonna get a turn, bro. Listen, man. Even if the girl go with the move, I'm gonna tell you what can happen, bro. She can come back and say that, you know, it wasn't what's the word I'm looking, consensual. Like, I felt like if I said no, then something bad could have happened. And guess what? A good lawyer can convince a jury that she telling the truth. Y'all better not play that switcheroo game, boy. That's how you get caught up right there. FBI, open up! And guess what else, dog? It's true. A lot of women would literally be afraid in that situation. No lie. Like, bro, like, you crazy enough to come in this room, ain't no telling what else you crazy enough to do. I'm just trying to look out for both of y'all, the man and the woman. Real talk, ladies, don't put yourself in no position like that, man. Come on, nah. I know you probably ain't going into the room thinking that these niggas could be waiting for their turn, but at the same time, try to control the controllables, bro. Fuck, man, bro, that'll break my heart if I ever heard my daughter tell me a story or tell the world a story like that, bro. First of all, legally, the statute of limitations for them boys probably be over. I don't know, but let me find out who they was. Hey, that's all I'ma see, bro. So look, y'all know how Chris Brown does the meet and greets, and he'll pick the girl up and have her legs wrapped around his waist, put a girl on his shoulders, all kind of stuff. She'll be bent over in front of him. All right, cool. So this young brother right here wasn't going for it, so he broke up with his girlfriend because she was doing too much, right? And she paid for it. So yeah, with that being said, let me play this clip for y'all.
Bro, my boyfriend broke up with me about a week later after arguing because he felt like Chris was too close on me.
Well, I'm the boyfriend, but of course I broke up with her, but she don't want to mention that she was cheating before we even ran into this problem. The Chris Brown thing was the icing on the cake. And as far as Chris Brown go, these light-skinned, you know what? Shania.
You light-skinned,
do not get on the internet and try to act like, oh, you don't need me. You don't need me. You needed me when you moved to my house. You needed me when I had to co-sign on the car for you. You needed me then, but then you go meet Chris Brown and I broke up with your cheating ass. And the main reason that I broke up with you is because you've been cheating. This Chris Brown thing is just some extra bullshit that I've been dealing with since I met you. You feel what I'm saying? So the whole point, the icing on the cake is I'm not finna play these internet games with you. For starters, you not, oh, everybody can rah and Chris, run it. Like, he corny. So if I see him, if I meet and greet with him, you already know what's up. So you need to stop playing with me and acting like you didn't need me, because you definitely needed me. And that's all I'm gonna talk.
Say, my whole thing is, when she was cheating, what made you stay instead of just leaving and taking your ball and going home? Why was the Chris Brown thing the icing on the cake? Because I know one thing, bro, for real. Once I get concrete evidence that another dude been touching the back of the oven, it's a wrap. I can't even look at her the same no more, bro. Like, it's contaminated to me. That's just how I look at it. So what was the reason what kept you with her so that the Chris Brown thing could take place in the first place? I need to know, cause ain't no way, bro.
White people are evolving. These is thick as I'm talking about. They from Yamville, y'all.
Yamville?
Y'all ain't never been to Yamville, so
No,
you wouldn't know
that?
what the people in Yamville
What's
look
the population?
like. I'm talking about yams, heavy, a ton in them pants. I had to check my location on the weather app because I'm like, I got to be in Amsterdam. Got to be.
Say, dog, I ain't gonna lie to you, man. I'm old enough to remember when white girls was on some shit like, man, nah, I look fat. You know what I'm saying? They was not trying to be thick like you see the white girls on Instagram do today. Like, being thick to a white girl was never the cool thing. That was like, you know, some shit for like hood, man. You know, a lot of women out the hood want to be thick for whatever reason, dog. I ain't even gonna lie to you. Like, they'll tell you some shit like, man, I need to gain weight. And the whole time you be like, man, nah, you straight where you at. You gonna start to get fat eventually. But nah, a lot of white girls, bro, thicker than a Snicker these days. And I don't know what it is, bro. I don't know what it is. It must be in the water. So look, there's always a new trend going on TikTok and all that kind of stuff, right? So right now the trend is women or people in general are letting us hear voice messages that they ex left them, dog. Oh man, I done heard some crazy shit, man. Y'all gotta see this.
But come on, bro, be for real. Be for real. You knew I didn't give a anyway. I been told you this. From the jump, that I'm still gonna be me. I'ma still have this motion. I'ma still have this motherfucking money. So at the end of the day, you ain't nothing but another bill. Have a life. Goodbye.
Say, bro, a lot of dudes dating annoying ass girlfriends, and that's probably why he'll even leave her a voice message like that. Boy, that's cold blooded. Nigga said, man, you annoying. Hey, bro, a lot of people dating people that really don't even fool with them, like talking about it, though. Real talk. They just with you because you do something for them that they need done, and when they replace that need with something else, you gone, man. It's like Corey Holcomb said, a lot of women in here dating men that if he hit the lottery tomorrow, she better not even sneeze too hard.
Just text him. What's the worst that can happen? I'm gonna tell you the worst that can happen because as an overthinker, I've thought this through a million times. So I text him. He replied with some form of rejection. More than likely, stop texting my phone, you crazy ass. Then he blocks me. Him blocking me makes me irrationally angry. I hit him on Instagram. He blocks me on Instagram. I download text now. I text and call a million times. He blocks the text now number. I download text free. Text and call him a million times. He blocks the text free number. I ask my mom for her cell phone. She tells me no. I throw a hissy fit. I ask my sister for her cell phone. She tells me no. I throw a hissy fit. Oh, but my son has an iPad. I text and call from the iPad. He might answer because he doesn't know my son's name, right? But then he's going to see my face.
That's a lot.
Or he's going to recognize my text style. He blocks my son's iPad. I get so mad that I go to Walmart and I pick up a hunting knife. I go to the nearest neighborhood with a lake. I pick up one of those big ass rocks, damn near boulders, from the lakeside. They're both sitting in my passenger seat. I'm on the way to his apartment.
Yeah, she gone
right?
with cones, bro.
Okay. Are you with me? Are you still with
me?
No,
I'm not.
The rock is going through his windshield. The hunting knife is going through 3 of those tires. I have more charges pressed against me for being a crazy ass. I got more court dates. I might be going to jail this time. That's why I'm not going to do it. Thank you.
That's kind of crazy, right? I know it's fire. I don't care what nobody say. I know it's top tier. Crazy women, for whatever reason, God saw that they was gonna be crazy, so he gave them a little something extra. You know, the Virginia is pristine real estate on them. I'm gonna keep it real with y'all, but dog, it come with a steep cost though, man. You know, hunting knives in the tires. She said 3, not 4. I know there's a significance behind the reasoning of only slashing 3 tires and not 4, right? Because why wouldn't you just slice the 4th tire? I forgot what it is, but it's something logical. It's like insurance or something. Like if you just do 3, they can't file a claim. I don't know. I'm gonna have to look into that. But mustaches like the LaPeach fuzz and crazy, man. Clear cut indications that you finna have a good time. A short time, the rest of it gonna be long. That's when communication comes into play, man. Let them know you ain't really on that right now. You trying to get your eggs cracked. Come on now. Women don't be knowing how to communicate sometimes. They be thinking we supposed to know, man. You know, especially if it's the first link to, man, you'll be like, man, I wonder what type of time she on. But like, man, she could let you know, but a lot of times they don't.
I'm at the age where I'm realizing that dads are just niggas. Like, they're literally niggas. And that's a hard realization to come to. Like, my dad gonna tell me the other day that he begged my mom because my mom was basically Joe because he pulled up in a motorcycle one day. But then when I asked my mom how they met, she said the same thing. She was like, yeah, I was attracted to him because he pulled up on a motorcycle one day. Mind you, it was somebody else's motorcycle. Like, I'm like, it's irritating because like girl dads literally like view their dad as like their king and everything, and realizing that your dad is just a man is like, ew, you know, you're canceled probably for the rest of my life. no shade all shade, like, but like my dad really was a player, and that's so irritating because that's why I attract the men
Hey, it be like that sometimes, dog. You got to get in where you fit in, bro. You know, you might have to wear your partner's shirt one time, drive his coat, act like, you know, whatever the case may be, man. But guess what? If she like you, y'all can get locked in. You get your shit together later on down the line. God damn it, and she'll be able to benefit from it. Just because your daddy pulled up on a bike that wasn't his, though, it don't mean that it wasn't meant to be. And thank God he did, because your little ass wouldn't be here if he didn't. Stop being ungrateful, god damn it. But nah, bro, that's funny as hell, man. My daughters probably do. I know my daughters look at me like Superman. I stay coming through with the come through and everything I'm supposed to do as a man. They don't go without nothing. We go on daddy-daughter dates and shit like that. But boy, they just knew, boy, your daddy a real nigga. Hey, real talk.